very warm welcome to all our subscribers all over the world. Welcome to GunnersLoversTV. I'm your host, Augustine. As you all know, we've been having the Christmas break. But today, we're just going to speak quickly on what history says about teams that have led during Christmas period. If you check the history of what I've just said, is not really in favor of Arsenal, because Arsenal has led the Premier League table before 25th of December for about 3 times: 2002, 2007, and 2022. They have led the table and yet failed to win the Premier League. They did not win it. So a typical example is last season. We did not win it. And the last time they ever won it, when they led during Christmas period, was 1947 to about 1948 season, as history will say. And the only team, or 2 teams, who have broken this record of not bottling the title, as they say in Britain, they didn't bottle it, is Liverpool, who did that in 2019-2020, and then Manchester City 2021-2022 season. Yes, if I recall. So those are the only 2 teams who have broken this record so far in the last maybe 8 seasons. So what Arsenal is about to undertake this season is a very daring move. Let's see how brave these boys can be, or will be. So I needed to give us that history, so that if we are very good at prayers, this is the time to pray, because we need all the support. The boys need all the support, rather, to be able to cross this line and write their name in gold. So that is the first area I wanted us to quickly look at. And when we have club rivalries, people tend to go over the top, thinking it's war. It's not war, it's just football. And for Premier League players, they are professionals. So for instance, after the screaming, shouting, who is right, who is wrong, after the Liverpool Arsenal match, Van Dijk, the defender for Liverpool, remember how outstanding Van Dijk has always been over the years. You know, now we talk of Saliba coming out. So every time, maybe seasons after seasons, new players take the stand for ovation, you know. So Van Dijk exchanged shirts with his fellow professional, Gabriel Magalhaes. Remember, Gabriel Magalhaes scored the only goal for Arsenal during that very hot, contested match at Anfield. So they exchanged shirts and then exchanged pleasantries, all smiles when they were coming out of the dressing room or about to enter. Pictures everywhere, seeing how happy they are, because they've both gone there to do their job. Van Dijk defended resolutely for Liverpool, and Magalhaes stood like a rock too, to protect goalkeeper from bombardment. You know, from bombardment of Mo Salah and Diaz, all of them firing shots. You know, so it is very heartwarming to know that players set aside club rivalries and then later leave the field to exchange pleasantries. I do want to also let us know that our match against West Ham is coming on the 28th. It's coming on the 28th. And that match is very important in the sense that we need to now consolidate on our lead. A lot of people were saying, oh, we now know, a lot of pundits, you know, this is the time a lot of people throw reckless statements. Some are also very reasonable. Some of them said that it is when we play Liverpool, the match has just passed, that they will know whether we are title contenders. But Saka was asked that question and he said, look, it is too early to begin to talk about title. What Arsenal is doing now is trying to take it game after game. We've been there before. So people last time, they were pushing to put words in the mouths of our players. You know, the psychology of the game, trying to disturb trying to unsettle the players. Yes, that's the word. Trying to unsettle players with the statements of, oh, you are fighting for the title. So nobody is fighting for title at the moment. What Arsenal is doing is trying to win games. And I believe Liverpool is also trying to do that. I don't know how many points we will be away from Manchester City by the time they start playing their matches. Remember the last match they were supposed to have against Brentford, it was postponed. Now, history has also been, today is the day of discussing history. History lesson. History has also had it that Manchester City, no matter, they start very slow and later pick up their momentum. Players like De Bruyne, Rodri, and Haaland are cool. They are all fully back now. De Bruyne, I'm told, is coming back, because sometimes when I mention that a player is back and is trained, we'll get slammed down by comments that say, hey, you are lying. How do you know? Well, the truth is we live in England, and the information about our clubs here are readily available. So very few media outlets just carry news that are not true. So they are back, and we want to see what difference they will make to their title charge. But like I told you, this season is very, very different. The table is changing every time. And we now find clubs like Aston Villa in the picture. Last season it was Newcastle, but Newcastle seem to be burnt out now because Luton smashed them. Luton, the bottom team, I think third in the rank to relegation also, smashed them, and they defeated the Newcastle. And to interest you to note that this season is different. You know, clubs like Manchester City, Manchester United are finding it very difficult to come above the water. Clubs like Chelsea, upon all the money, billions pumped in, they still find it difficult to come out of the water. Clubs like Wolves are now dealing with them. So if you rely on history, you might be disappointed. People who bet and all these things, this is I think this is all the things they look at. I don't bet, so I don't know what they do. I'm just saying, people go out there and say, oh yeah. Arsenal has beaten West Ham 1 million times, in quotes, just an example. Therefore, okay, they are going to win the next match. Football is not mathematics. So the same way, Manchester City has been winning matches slowly and then pick up and win the title. It is nobody is sure again this season that can happen, because their defense is no longer the same. Diaz is leaking. Guardiola, the bought, is not really settled yet into the Premier League. So yes, they have Rodri, but Rodri has even played some matches now, and they find it very difficult. You know, it's very tough for them. And then you now push to issue of relegation. Media outlets have also written articles here and there that Sheffield, Luton, and Burnley are the ones going back where they came from. Return to sender, as they say in Nigeria. Return to sender. So that is changing too. You see, Sheffield almost defeated Aston Villa, who is, in quotes, fighting for the title. Sheffield almost beat them, if not for the experience and the luck and all that on the side of Aston Villa, they would not have equalized that match. They would have lost it. You see, and Luton, I told you about that one concerning Newcastle. It's just only Burnley that is come see, come ça. You know, Vincent Kompany was a very good player for Man City. He was their captain, but there is a big difference between being a player and also being a good coach. So let us continue to monitor the situation, and then we'll see where Arsenal will finish up at the end of the season. Our goal is that we win the Premier League. For those of us coming to this channel for the first time, like, share, and subscribe. This is GunnersLoversTV. I'm your host, Augustine. If this is your first time, I hope you enjoyed our video. We have a series of videos behind. You can try to catch up and enjoy so many that people have viewed in the past. If you wish to give us a comment, please send it to us. We'll read it, and it will improve us also here on the channel. Do not walk past. This is GunnersLoversTV. Jesus Christ loves you, and we love you on this channel. Merry Christmas in advance to you, and a happy and prosperous New Year in advance. We see you when we play West Ham at the Emirates. Bye.